In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a little dragon. I'm using saracino modelling paste, which is a really easy medium to work with and sets really nice and firm. Okay, so I'm starting with the rock that the dragon is going to sit on. Now I'm using foil and wrapping paste around the foil. This means I can use less paste, and it also means that the overall model will be a little bit lighter in weight. So just using my fingers to form a rough kind of rock shape, I'm now going to use some foil just to add some more texture into that paste. Now to add just a bit more detail, I'm using the Dresden tool, and I'm just going to form some little crevices in there just to make it look more like a piece of rock. So I'm moving it onto a little cake board now, ready to be painted. Well, just before I paint it, just going to add some more deep texturing into that surface. I'm making the paint using Rejuvenator Spirit and Midnight Black Luster Dust and some Shadow Grey Dust. Just going to mix the two together and paint the whole surface. So I'm going to add a bit more colour now using spring green and some forest green. So I just wanted a couple of different tones of green just to add some nice detail to this rock. I'm now going to make the main body of the dragon. I'm using white saracino paste. I've decided not to pre-colour it because it'll actually set quicker if I don't add colour. So starting with a sausage shape, I am just tapering each end. So I want the tail end to be a lot thinner than the neck of the dragon. So this whole thing is going to form the neck, the body and the tail. So I'm just checking I've got the right kind of size, so it's not going to be too big for this rock. And then I'll just keep adjusting it, cutting pieces off, thinning it out a little bit more until I'm happy with the overall shape. So the tail, I'm just thinning it out because I want it to be a lot thinner than the neck. And then I'll just keep adjusting it until I'm happy with the overall shape and size. So now that I've got it the right size, I'm just going to shape the body, form the tail, and then just check that it's still going to sit nicely on that rock. So now it's time to create that lovely texture. So I've decided to use a number 6 PME piping tube, and I'm just pressing this into the paste at an angle to form the representation of scales. Now there's lots of ways that you can create scales on a dragon's body. You could cut out little tiny pieces and stick them all on, that is very time consuming. For me, this is a quick and easy way of getting a nice texture into the body. Rolling out a thinner piece of paste, I'm just going to make the front of the neck, which will just sit under the belly of the dragon, and I'm going to add some different texture into this. So I'm just smoothing down the edge of this paste now, just to make it a lot more smoother, take away that cut edge look to it, so it appears to be part of the body rather than a piece of paste that's just simply stuck on. Now to add some support, I'm using a lolly stick. This is a PME lolly stick, and I've used some water first just to make sure it actually sticks to the paste once it's inserted. Now using the Dresden tool, I'm forming the nice texture for the front of the neck. So nice deep lines that come to a point in the centre. So to complete the front of the neck, I'm just using some scrunched up foil just to add a bit more of a texture. I hope you've enjoyed watching part 1 of this tutorial. In the next part, I'm going to show you how to make the head and model the limbs.